Well, welcome back into the 4 o'clock show. Our friends from the Hattiesburg Zoo, Jeremy Compton and Elliot Fackler, joining us in the studio today with our monthly animal ambassador. Who'd you bring today?
So today we have Athena, our great horned owl. And she is loving all the different things around here for her to look at. Lots of interesting things, apparently.
Yeah, and you said this is the first time she's been out in quite a while.
In quite a while, absolutely. So she is one that we have taken off of our ambassador list. We only take her out for special occasions now, and so y'all are one of the lucky few that actually gets to see her out.
So great. Tell us a little bit about great horned owls. Is that the type of owl she is?
She is a great horned owl. So she is about 8 years old. In the wild, these guys typically live maybe 10 to 20 years. In captivity, when they're taken care of by people, they can live about 30 to 40, pushing up there toward 50. They are carnivores, so she loves to eat meat, especially things like mice, smaller birds are some of her favorite. And she is nocturnal, so this is usually when she would like to be sleeping. Yeah. But she's come out for you guys.
Hey, we'd all like to be sleeping right now, too.
Exactly.
True statement.
How did she get her name?
So she is a powerhouse of an animal. When she came to us, she was actually collected from the wild. So it's one of those things where if you do see a baby bird, leave it there. That it's a myth that the parents will not pick it back up afterwards and take care of it. So she came to us and she was full of personality and she was very spicy, we'll say. She loved to hiss and really show her power. So the Greek goddess Athena, of course, is very powerful, and we thought it was a very fitting name for her, and she stuck with it ever since. Okay,
great. Is this one of the only few owls you guys have over at the zoo, or do you have more?
Yeah, so she's one of the only. We have her, we have a barn owl named Naira, and then we have a barred owl named Rebar as well.
Okay, and is she on display over at the zoo?
So currently she is behind the scenes, only coming out for special things, but there is potential to have her out in the future. Okay,
great. Yeah, I remember as a kid seeing a few owls over at the zoo. And I mean, she's got beautiful fur. I was talking about before we came on air. She almost looks like a tiger on the bottom. Do all of their fur kind of look like that? Yeah,
so all their feathers are made to kind of blend in with the trees around them. So her actual horns, which are these feather tufts right here, those feather tufts are going to help her to blend in, to kind of break up the silhouette of an owl so her prey can't see her. So yes, that's exactly what it's there for. And her breath that she just breathed is very smelly, so please don't stand too close, because whenever you eat lots of rats and things like that and you don't brush, it's not the best thing in the world to smell.
Understandable. Elliot, you have a skull with you today.
I do, yeah. So this is a replica of a great horned owl skull. So this is exactly what her skull would look like, and you can see it's a lot smaller than her head.
Yeah.
So a whole lot of that is just her feathers making up that size. But you can see how big these eyes are. Their eyes are huge, helps them see really, really well in the dark at nighttime. But they're actually so big that they cannot move their eye around in the socket like us.
Oh, really? So is that why they move their head kind of 360
That's
almost?
Exactly right. They can't go quite 360. Yeah. They can go about 3/4 of the way around, and then they've got to come back to the front.
Yeah. And she has beautiful eyes too. Do all of the type of owl the owl type that she is, do they all have kind of eyes like that, or?
Around about the same color. There'll be some variations in them. Some of them get more orange, but for the most part, they're all going to be about the same color. And yeah, so our eyes, of course, are circular, and hers are actually more like a tube, which I think is super cool to think about.
Nice. Well, you guys have a few events coming up too. You have a homeschool event and then a spring break event, right?
Yes. So the homeschool event is something we just started back last year, and this is our first time doing it in 2025. We're so pumped about it. We're having tickets selling left and right, and it's wonderful to see the energy that these kids bring when they get early access and they get to do all of our fun activities.
Yeah, for sure.
And then spring break?
Yeah, so we have our spring break event going on right now as well. We've got some food specials. We got bounce houses at the zoo, which is kind of a fun extra thing. We've got train and carousel, of course, and that is going on until this Sunday.
Okay, great. Yeah, so much fun stuff happening over at the zoo. Well, we really appreciate you bringing Athena out. We're lucky to get to meet her, considering that you don't bring her out that much. So, all right, we can't wait to see what you guys bring next time.
Appreciate it, and we're glad to be out here. And Miss Athena, thank you so much for behaving so well.
All right, nice to meet you, Athena.